If you leave your mark on a national landmark, you will be caught. You will be sentenced. Justice will prevail. That at least happened to Casey Knockett, who left her tag Creepy Tings on some monuments. Let's take a look at these works that she did on national monuments. She did it in acrylic paint, and she would write Creepy Tings on the top. And the word got out that acrylic paint was very difficult to clean, and she did it in at least 6 national parks. Well, she's good looking, so let's not jump to conclusions here. She's a very symmetrical face with cheekbones, and a good strong jawline. So who knows if she did it or not?
I know. I don't think
she seems pretty.
She's probably innocent.
Anyway, that's terrible.
Attractive people are more trustworthy.
Yeah. Exactly. She was called the National Park Vandal, and when she was called out on this, she said, quote, "I know I'm a bad person." And this posts on subreddits and other forms of social media came to the attention of Stephen Yu, an investigator for the National Park Service. They found her social media handles, and then also someone posted her address. Some were a little overboard, but justice finally caught her, and she was sentenced to 200 hours of community service for doing this. And in the defense of the Park Service, they say the cumulative effects of doing something like this, which you think is artistic, can be tragic. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
This graffiti is sheety.
Good one.
Like shitty.
Good one.
Wanted, Reddit, or alive.
Ooh, that's actually good.
Well, color me satisfied.
Are you satisfied?
I'm satisfied. They caught her. I think it's served. I didn't see her photos until just now, which makes me feel like a bad person because I want to pardon her because she's a pretty girl. And I shouldn't. And I know that. And so I readjust to my original position, which is this is terrible.
Yeah.
First reactions when you saw that she had done this to national monuments?
I was really,
Parks.
I don't know if I would say upset. I was upset after I learned the effects of acrylic paint on the actual surfaces that they were being painted on. That made me upset. But before that, I thought it was really annoying and self-indulgent.
It's very self-indulgent.
And that's absolutely not what our national parks are about. I love national parks. I love parks a lot, and I hate saying that because I feel like everyone in the comment section is gonna be like, well, duh, she's a lesbian. But like, I really do like parks.
Let's
I enjoy
go
them,
camping
and so it made
in my Subaru.
literally let's.
Have you been to a lot of national parks?
Yes.
I haven't been to any. I really want to go.
Subaru.
You haven't been to any?
No.
A guy I used to work with named Connor works for Sunday Morning, and he's going to every national park this year because it's the 100th-year anniversary of national parks.
That's amazing.
So that he's doing from a different national park every week.
And it really is like a Disney World or a Disneyland for adults. You know, you see things that you don't see, especially in Los Angeles traffic. You know,
Tatanka. Buffalo.
Right, Buffalo.
Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves. I know. Kevin Costner. Good film.
So I don't want to condone her behavior because I get the whole idea. It's like if one person does this, a lot of people are going to do it, so we can't let anyone do it. At the same time, I don't know, like a part of me, like leaving your mark in the world and like having it like last forever, that's like a big part of like human nature.
Remember me! Remember me!
We have changed the composition of the top layer of soil on the planet. So now we can classify it as a new geological age because there's so much plastic and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when they're examining it billions of years from now, and they go, if there's an Earth, they'll be like, oh, that's when these people ruined shit. Mm-hmm. It's so sad.
And I think that's a really good point to bring up with regards to this story because that's, in a very overt way, that's what she's doing. She's changing the soil or the rock formations where she is, and it's purely for a selfish reason. She wants to get likes on Reddit.
I'm playing devil's advocate, but like the point is like people have been doing this for millennia. Like you go to like that cave in France where like they just painted all over it.
Right.
And
but that's like a designated
and even in America,
cave.
like they made art pieces like in the desert and on
But
rocks.
I
and
don't
stuff.
have to like that. And I don't buy the artistic argument that it's like, you know, a statement
No, that's
on
bullshit.
your
That's bullshit.
interpretation
It's
of
complete
beauty.
It's complete selfishness.
Because you can Photoshop that stuff.
Can you blame anyone for wanting to have their mark last forever.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think you can. I think that's a good point to bring up. But I wish that if she were going to do that, why not try and do something really creative with maybe sustainable materials? Like that would have been pretty cool if she could have found a way to leave her mark in a way that wasn't acrylic paint. That to me is kind of a
You want permanence though.
yeah. That's a huge.
If it
you
goes
to
away
the
in a year,
environment.
then
Well, but
Yeah,
maybe
but
there's
it's
like
never. But no matter what you do, it's not going to be permanent. Like the
We're all gonna be dead.
the idea of like the Grand Canyon is erosion.
yeah.
The idea of another monument, I forget exactly what it was, but there were these rock formations where the base was very narrow and the rock on top was very big, and someone filmed themselves pushing the rock off of the narrow base, breaking this thing that took
No.
millions of years to happen.
Oh my
And it's not the only
would
one,
do
but
that
it's
shit?
one of those things.
This
And
girl.
that is someone like making a material change to something that that took a long time to happen. And I guess I can't get mad at someone for the instinct to make a permanent change, but the follow through just shows how short-sighted that person is.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, the permanent is impermanence, and the permanent is something that seems like it's been here forever that really hasn't. And it was the slowness with which it took to form that makes it awesome.
And I didn't like her attitude, which was very
No,
much,
she
look
just-
what I'm doing, I'm not sorry about it. I think it would have been different if someone had called her out and maybe she had honestly said, oh, I didn't know that this was so bad. But she had this,
you
again,
did.
this big you, and I didn't like that.
We've definitely reached a point in civilization where like this kind of shit just doesn't fly anymore. And it's like not just like this, it's like zoos and like animals and like
yeah.
we've been doing that for so long and like we can't anymore. We've reached a point where there's too many people. We're already impacting the world too much. So we can't, like you can't go to a national park and
paint a face.
It's just
a
so
mediocre
selfish.
face.
Don't be a jerk who goes in there and changes everything in a bad
So
way.
the funny part though is that like she was banned from 20% of the United States because that's how much of the
That's
land
great.
adds up to
So good.
the national park.
Thank you, Teddy Roosevelt. Thank you guys for watching. What do you think about this? Are we totally wrong? And do you hate the Earth? Give us your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.